The great leader is a family man. He's dedicated to sharing the sickness, violence, perversity, and horror of his own upbringing with every family in the USA. Why should he have to suffer alone? That's why he's breaking up immigrant families by building concentration camps from sea to shining sea, making amazing progress separating children from their parents. But it isn't enough for Stephen Miller, the Jewish Adolf Eichmann, who's so committed to racial purity, he'd go back in time and deport his own ancestors escaping the Nazis if Elon would let him use the time machine. Miller, who puts evil on his Fruit Loops every morning, has the great leader's ear when he wakes up in the Oval Office wondering how he got there and why everyone is looking at him. The laziest man who ever lived would rather be propped up in bed with a bacon cheeseburger and Natalie Harp, special assistant for psychotic worship, who left him a note saying, "You are all that matters to me." Squeaky Fromme once left the same note for Charles Manson. The great leader is generously spreading toxic relationships, the only kind he knows. He engages in intimate partner violence with Congress every day. He abuses them and they fearfully obey while ordering more adult diapers. When they make a tiny little stand, like asking why he suddenly started bombing Iran, he bullies them into licking his Florsheim's and praising his wisdom, a classic case of Stockholm Syndrome. In the great leader's war on families, the worst of the worst means anyone with a brown skin. But to be fair, he has no use for his own family. There isn't much left of the heartwarming escort-John relationship he and the First Lady once enjoyed while they cavorted with Jeffrey Epstein. And instead of attending Don Jr.'s wedding, he stayed in D.C. orchestrating his own humiliating defeat by Iran. His kids are frankly of no interest now that Ivanka aged out of Lolitaville. Like any cult leader, the great leader has a strange power over people who appear normal. Like the Supreme Court, a sadistic tribunal whose racist decisions should be ignored as an affront to both the Constitution and basic humanity. They timidly kowtow to the great leader, granting him immunity for his rampant criminality and giving the white nationalist seal of approval to his latest assault on immigrants. The great leader's trauma bonding causes significant psychological harm, which is why every Republican needs to get voted out so they can get the help they so desperately need and we can save the country. Let's put the traitors out of our misery for good.